I am Malik Usman for TBC Media Papua. This afternoon broadcast is based on one of the articles which they had been posted on the 2nd of February 2018. Um, the article is titled, "What type of questions do you ask?" Um, I believe, not type, questions are asked all the time by, everyone asks questions all the time in their life. And these questions are asked for, these questions are asked many things that someone doesn't know. A person doesn't know anything, he or she asks a question, hoping for a feedback that will satisfy him or her. Um, about questions, questions can either be narrow or broad. Questions can have a positive response or a negative response when someone is asking and or someone is giving feedback. The feedbacks can either be negative or positive, depending on the type of questions that is asked. Questions, broad questions. Sometimes people do not never understand broad questions very clearly. Narrow questions and broad questions are two different types of questions that most. I think most people, most TBC members around the world, they have questions, and some of the questions can either be narrow or broad. And the answer that they hope expecting should be, the answer should be negative, negative, and sometimes the question can either be, the way that people are answering can be negative or positive. So that is that, and I found this article very interesting. Therefore, I decided to go on live and talk about the article openly, so that other members can understand why questions are asked and when to ask the question, whom they will have to ask to direct the question to, and what sort of response they will get from, the feedback or the response that they will get when asking this type of questions. So, as I mentioned already, there are two types of questions: narrow question and broad question. And these questions are either their answers will be satisfying or unsatisfying. So, I now will go to the article. The article, what type of questions do you ask? Okay, the article reads. Let me start off this article recognizing that I'm addressing human beings and not computers. If I were answering a computer, my answer would be comprehensive, unbiased, and full of facts and meaning measurable figures. But I'm addressing a human being. I'm human from all walks of life living all over the world. So that makes answering questions complicated. On the other hand, if I put too much detail in an answer, it could turn some people off because it would require too much reading from them. That's just one example, and I could go on and on with many examples of why it is complicated to answer questions. I'm not going to try to dig into the minute of answering all the questions that came up about TBC currently. In fact, I have already answered so many of these questions. In previous blogs, this blog has a key words search on the upper right side of it. Use it. Ask question that does come up a lot has to do with the available options to make the $10 payment to admin. From now, we have three options and more coming. Bitcoin has been the most popular way admin has been paid so far, but we are moving away from it towards Litecoin for many reasons and enumerated in recent blog posts. Credit cards is the third option. TBC does not have a world-class credit card processor today because we fall into the high-risk category for many reasons. That's how a high-risk credit card protect, process, processor protect itself against fraud and massive chargebacks. Plus, a high-risk credit card processor is not going to have full access to all the benefits that a world credit card processor gets to have. I hope you get the point. PayPal is a non-option for TBC because you have to fit into the status quo perfectly to get an account. And TBC doesn't fall into any acceptable category as far as they concern. TBC is driving towards changing the status quo. We don't want to fall feet into it. As mentioned many times before, the status quo breeds more poverty, and TBC is on the mission to end poverty globally. We we can have it both ways, guys. Another recurring questions that come up has to do with migration. When is migration going to happen? Allow me some time to use this question to address the question in the title of the article. What type of questions do you ask? Are you asking questions that empower you or questions that paralyze you? My friends, this is the most important question to ask. The answer to that question you lays lays within you and has nothing to do with me. TBC or anything else outside of your control. The truth is, you analyze the opportunities around you too much, you will become too paralyzed to take advantage of them. Where else in the world are you going to find the kind of financial leverage you get as a member of TBC? Financial leverage such as this can only be found within the circle of elites who use platform trading to access it, where money is basically created out of thin air. If you do any research at all on this subject, your eyes would pop out of your head when you discover what is available to elite. It's crazy they can invest like a Bitcoin dollar and get paid like a Bitcoin dollars a week. Billion coin, sorry, it's crazy. They can invest like $1 billion and get paid like $1 billion a week on a 5-year contract. It's a big secret, but it is all over the internet. Laugh out loud. The crazy part is, it is true. Do you think the LI put in $1 billion of work in each week? Do you think they are taking $1 billion of weekly risk? Hell no. What would enough for the goose is good enough for the gander, as the saying goes. The Halites have always had the power to end poverty, and these days it would have only taken a few keystrokes on a computer to do it. That's how most of the money is created today. By the way, but instead they have us all running around chasing our tails and becoming more miserable each passing year. What a total waste of human potential has spread throughout humanity within this modern world. TBC was designed to give its member massive financial leverage and a way out of the mess the elite have created. Yet, in spite of this grand gift to humanity, some of you are paralyzed by the questions you are asking. As, tr- It's true the answers would have made a difference. You see, the ones making a lot of money in TBC do not start by asking all the questions first. In fact, most of the questions they ask are self-directed. The most important answers are found from within oneself. How many Pringles cubes can I give out a day? Since they are practically unlimited, how many ways can I accept payments when someone wants to pay business with someone they like? Who do I want to partner with inside of the TBC community? Do you understand why these self-directed questions are the most important? Because they empower you. You have control over you. You have very little control over anything or anyone else in the world. Why wait for anything? Get going. You really don't need to know all the answers in order to make money in TBC today. Get educated along the way by reading the blog here. Follow the script training inside the Kringle back office. We rename the training Get Paid Today. Show up to the meeting with the leaders in TBC. Watch the videos of people that are making money now in TBC and ask yourself how you can be more like them so you can have similar results. Sometimes you can be more like them. Sometimes the answers you are seeking from heaven might confuse you. Some of you have never hired an employee to work for you or never have led a team before. You have no reference point that would otherwise come from personal experience. This is why I am extra cautious when I supply answer to questions. I do my best to stay inside the Goldilocks zone where I'm addressing the entire community. The minutiae of my job has very little to do with your role in TBC. Trust me, I'm doing the best job I can, and even I don't have all the answers, this is a journey for all of us together. I really want all of you to find empowerment and that leads you back to yourself. The TBC economy is emerging now. It doesn't exist yet. The TBC currency does exist now, and together we are distributing it globally. Are you aware that you don't even have to have a send button in order to do your part in this distributing it? Don't you know already that you don't have to wait for migration to get your send button turned on now? The bank is coming, but at first you will only be able to get $500 a week from it. Don't you realize you can make more than that right now through the Kimball cash system? I also deal with some people that are negatively charged when they ask questions. No matter how I answer a question, their response to the answer will always be negative. I do my best to make these encounters encounters as brief as possible because I don't like wasting my time. I think I've given you all a pretty good idea of why that type of question is so important. So when is migration? Well, we are in a way. We are already doing the proper preparation to migrate right now. We're doing your, we have been sorting out the leaders of TBC. We have over 2.7 million members, and the one stepping forward doing YouTube testimonies will be going to become TBC leaders. We have a communication tree structure where we put our best leaders at the top of it to make sure migration get the proper team support to go smoothly. Frankly, we can't migrate until this is done. We have already turned on over 1,000 send buttons, and it seems like we could turn on 10,000 more now. The current coin network is pretty stable right now, and if everyone that has a send button follows the protocol we have established, it will pretty st- allow us to keep adding more send buttons ongoing up to the time of migration. So if you have a question, if you have a send button, why don't you care when migration happens? Ask yourself that, do you really need a system that confirms a transaction faster than Bitcoin right now? Ask yourself, TBC and Bitcoin take about the same amount of time to confirm at the moment. So the new coin network will confirm in seconds and will be stable enough for mass adoption. But in my opinion, that's not as important as you just making some money now. Go and make money in TBC. Stop making excuses to hurry up and wait some more. People like that will always have excuse to hurry up and wait. Even after we have all migrated, they will still be waiting on something else. Don't be one of those people. You need the money now. Go get it. I did answer this question before. Here is a quote of what I said, and it is still the same. I've, I've become even more gun shy to suggest a date of when we will migrate because I've been accused of dangling a carrot and moving the goalpost as such, and I only have so much ability to predict things once they complete them. The earlier the better. As far as I'm concerned, looks good that within the first quarter of 2018, both the bank and migration will happen. I push hard every day for things to happen sooner than later. Yeah, it's still the same answer, but it won't happen in the shorter month of February. I got my highs on March. We have to wait for the new coin developers to finish, and they missed the early December deadline by much better to remain in a state of gratitude and press forward. No matter what or when something happens. Guys, be more selective on the type of question you ask. Leaders help uncover the motives people have that ask you questions. By answering a question with a revealing type question, help the people that ask you questions to understand. The empowerment comes from within. TBC is a wonderful tool in the hands of an empowered person. Thank you very much. Um, as I've said earlier on in the introductory part to this podcast, I mentioned questions, and here you have all the answers that you have for TBC, right? And the questions and the answers that you have for TBC is right in the article. You can search for it on the blog and read it for yourself to understand better. Thank you once again, and blessed afternoon to all the viewers.